let's do it. Let's look back and remember. Let's all close our
October
eyes.
26th, 2018.
Do you have that in front of you right now? Like, how'd you know
No.
the date? Wow.
I looked it up earlier.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wow, you just knew the date.
No.
Okay. I thought it'd be a good idea to do a topic like this, like remembering a game that we, I assume, love, right?
Sure. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like a lot of people, the way most people experience, someone new's playing Red Dead every day, right? But a lot of people experienced it back in the day. I say that like it was years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that experienced it when it came out. We're involved
Yeah.
in the hype cycle coming into it, and I feel like
Sure.
it's cool to have that perspective of, let's not, we're not replaying this game. We're not doing a super critical analysis of it. We're not breaking it down bit by bit. But I thought it'd be fun just to sort of reminisce and talk about our memories of it and what made it so special and sort of stand out in our mind. I thought that'd be good. So, Daniel, with that in mind, do you mind if I sort of intro the game to everyone? You've already done a great job telling everyone the date, but I wanted to sort of just lay it all out there to remind everyone to sort of set the scene, be a historian, if you will, for Red Dead Redemption 2. Is that all right? Will you allow that? Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Break a leg. Awesome. So, everyone, buckle in. Red Dead Redemption 2, as
Saddle up,
Daniel...
I believe you meant.
I'll have to remind me to ask you about what horse you had and like what color it was.
Sure,
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's a great thing to talk about.
Yes. Okay, go for it.
Red Dead Redemption 2 released on October 26th in 2018, 3 years ago, which is nuts. It released on the PS4 and Xbox One. It later came to PC, and I'm sure you played it on Google Stadia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm sure you did. It was developed by, I'm sure many, many millions of people did too. It was developed by Rockstar, of course, most notably the creators of the Grand Theft Auto franchise. And it's interesting, the Rockstar probably one of, if not the most famous developer in the world. And it's interesting seeing how this is the first game that they created completely as a team, collectively, all their studios combined. Which is really interesting. You have 1,600 people. 1,600, well, more people, but 1,600 Rockstar employees worked on Red Dead Redemption 2. And, I mean, I think you'd agree that you can see it in the result,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's insane. And just for context, just to be clear, because normally Rockstar, they're a bunch of teams. Rockstar San Diego created the first game. Like I said, literally everyone made this game except for like the 20 people still working on GTA Online still to this day. But for context, 160 people at Sucker Punch made Ghost of Tsushima. So we're looking at 10 times.
Literally times, yeah.
In these approximates, exactly 10 times the amount of people.
Yeah.
So that's ludicrous. It's also one of the most expensive video games ever made, having a budget of over... it's sort of debated, but around $500 million. And as of June 2021, it has sold 38 million units, which is a lot of units.
Quite the achievement. Yeah.
Huge, man. Huge. All right. With all that out of the way and everyone now hopefully waking up, I want to start spoiler-free, and just...
Yeah, sure.
We'll go ham on the story at the end, I think. I think that's the best thing to do.
Yes, good idea.
Cool. Daniel, what is your history with Red Dead Redemption 2? Were you excited about it before it came out? When did you play it?
Well, I'll go way back I played Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PS3 and never finished it because I was very young. And I was not particularly hyped for Red Dead Redemption 2 because I was preoccupied with Spider-Man, which released in the same year on September 7th. I know that by heart.
Wow.
But I got Red Dead Redemption for Christmas and have played it for the 3 years after I got it. So,
whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to come back to. It's a easy game to come back to.
So,
except some of the controls are a bit unusual, but Yeah. What were you gonna say?
No, we'll get into that. I want to get into that. So what made you get it for Christmas? I guess what made you did you want it? Were you so you weren't excited for it?
Yeah, it was on. Oh no, I was definitely excited. I was just my hype was more reserved for Spider-Man. I was definitely hyped.
Sure.
Because my birthday is very close to Christmas. I can't remember if I got it on my birthday or Christmas. I think it was Christmas.
What's that like? Do you enjoy having your birthday close to Christmas?
Well, yeah, I get presents on each respectful day, so there's no downside.
But see, the thing with this, I've always wanted to ask someone this, and I'm doing it right now because why not?
Yeah.
Isn't it like, wouldn't you rather sort of spread the joy a little bit? You know, like I'm fortunate enough, in my opinion, to have my birthday in May, and I sort of get, you know, a moment every 6 months. You know what I mean? Is that?
Yeah. I don't really care. Honestly, I don't care about the whole. It's my day. Like, no, I don't mind.
You're not a narcissist? Is that what you're saying?
No, my ego is huge. I need it constantly inflated. Yeah. No. But yeah, so I'm on the 23rd of December, and my dad is on the 24th of December, and the big JC is on the 25th. So you know, it's a tight spread, but no, it's fine. It's good.
You still play the game? So what the hell's up with that? Do you play Red Dead Online? Like, how do you dive into it?
No. I don't know. Well, I'm slowly trying to 100% it, even though, God, the cigarette cards and the what's the other thing?
Oh,
what's the other thing?
Isn't there? There's dinosaur bones, isn't there?
I've done the dinosaur bones and the dream catchers.
Very cool.
I'm working on the cigarette cards. I can't remember what the other one is. I know there's another pesky one. Oh, the legendary fish, I think. But that's a hell of a that's another story.
Oh, dude, you're getting into the weeds with the game, then, aren't you?
Oh, God, but I still love it. You know, no matter how grindy and annoying it is when you ram into a tree at full speed.
Sure. You just is it just? I assume the world and getting back into that's really keeps you coming back. Because for me, I came back to the game once actually after I beat it. Only a few months later. Haven't opened the game at all in over 2 years. You know, so yeah, I know, but just because I feel like that it's such an incredible experience, such an immersive experience that I sort of feel like, especially without the story, I don't know how much I'd be able to, I don't know how invested I could be, but is it just spending time in the world that keeps you there? Because it's so amazing.
Pretty much. I mean, compared to 90% of other open world games, i.e. Ubisoft games, it's so well crafted. You can really tell not all 1,600 people worked on the creation of the open world, but those people poured their heart into it, and it shows. It's fantastic.
It really is. But I mean, I started the game the day it came out on October. What did we say it was? 26th?
26th, yep.
I started the game then, and I was excited for it going in, for sure. I never played Red Dead Redemption 1. Which I think, for those who don't know, Red Dead Redemption 2's story is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1. And I actually think that, especially, we might get into it a bit more in spoilers, but I think...
Yeah, sure.
I honestly think playing them in the order of 2 and then 1 is probably... I don't think there's a wrong order.
It's doing it chronologically is far more satisfying.
I can see that for sure, especially the way it all goes. I really think it would be more satisfying in a lot of different ways. You know, it's also that question of, do you want to go back to older gameplay after experiencing 2018 gameplay? You know, but
that's a fair point. That's a fair point. It's more for the story, because there's little intricacies that you notice in the first game that were laid.
Yeah, no, absolutely, that's true. But it really works doing it in that order too. So
yes,
I mean, for me, like, even though I don't really feel like I missed out on Red Dead 1 necessarily, I still want to play it. It's been spoiled for me. but it's not, so I'm not going to go in and experience that game blind, but I still want a remaster. I think we all do.
I had Red Dead Redemption 2 spoiled for me by a YouTube thumbnail.
But
it was like I'd say it was a big spoiler. So I kind of had that ruined for me. But I didn't know how it happened, which is something.
That still sucks, though.
It's just those people, man. The ones that... It's just the little things.
Is it... What was it? Like a walkthrough video and someone just like put up like...
It was like blank dies.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. And then at the end of the title in parentheses spoilers. So obviously, it was just,
Those are the worst. Yeah. Those are the worst. I want to know what it was, although I think I know what it was, to be honest.
I'll say it in the spoiler section.
Sure. So anyway, I played the game the day it came out, and it was one of those things where I was hooked, dude. I was so hooked on the story. The gameplay, like, it grew on me. It's sort of had to get into
It's very slow. It's a very slow game.
It absolutely is.
It's a long story, but I'm just gameplay-wise, it takes its time. It's not like you go up to an animal and you just, like, skin it in an instant. Although they do cut, thankfully, literally. But it shows the process. It's very slow. I do kind of like that.
It focuses on slow animations. It really takes its time, and it's slow in its mechanics and systems.
It's not like Ghost of Tsushima where you can just like press R2 and it just sucks it up into your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really go for the immersive realism route, which, and they take it to the extreme, which might not be for some people, and I understand that, but, so I had to get into the rhythm of that, and I understand being apprehensive towards that particular gameplay and the way they approach just the presentation of it in that sense. But I was hooked on the story from the beginning. The story is totally enthralling. And it's one of those things where I vividly remember, it's one of the few games where I can remember this. Like it took me exactly 16 days to beat, which I don't know. I don't know how impressive that sounds to people. I don't know. But for me, that's
the story.
Yeah, to get to credits. For me, like, especially the game's 45 hours long generally. That's sort of the average length. And for me, that's definitely like, in terms of time spent, like that's the fastest I've ever been in the game that long, absolutely. So I was just totally enthralled. And that's one thing where I feel like I missed out on some aspects of the game that you're talking about with the collectibles and the hunting and all that really cool stuff.
Well, no, I blitzed through the campaign, and then did all the collectibles in the epilogue. But going back to that thing, I got spoiled. I mean, I kind of like, it's not completely unjustifiable because I got in December, which it released in October, so that was like a 2-month window. So it's kind of my fault. But
I get what you're saying, but I feel like you mean.
But like,
there's also that thumbnail.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God damn.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that sucks.
But no, I blitzed through the campaign and then did the collectibles. So I don't know how long it would have taken me. I'd say 2 weeks, I think. Or you did in 16 days. Did you blitz through it, or did you take your time? Like, I know you said you didn't do the collectibles, but did you take your time? Like, did you go from mission to mission to mission, or did you do the stranger encounters in between?
I wouldn't say I went so strictly as to I just like went literally mission and mission and mission. But I would say I would describe it as I focused on the main story, because I was just so gripped by it that look, I think the open world's awesome. I think it's all the activities still are really fun. I think it's all great stuff. But when it's like I open my map and I'm like deciding what I do next. Oh, look, I can go and like hunt that deer over there, or I can go and experience, or I can go and see like the next little chapter in this incredible story that I'm watching unfold before my eyes. It's like, why would I? You know what I mean? It's not really a choice. But to answer your question, I did do a fair few stranger encounters. Not all of them. The side quests in the game.
Yeah, I didn't go out of my way. Like, if it appeared on the path I was taking to the next mission, I'd do it. But if it was like 50 meters to the side, I wouldn't do it. I just run straight past it and do it later just to get to the other mission.
Yeah, I specifically remember I completed I did a few of them, but I specifically completed the quest chain involving you know, where you go and it's like for the news article, right? Where you go and meet up with all the old bounty hunters. Is that what it was? Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. The Billy Midnight and stuff. The Jim Boy Calloway. Yeah.
Yes. Is that what it was? Aren't you going and getting interviews? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a dude writing a book, and he asks you to go interview them, and most of them are like drunk or something, and then you have to duel each of them. I just remember blowing up some dude's pig feces, for lack of a better term, stacked with dynamite. That was good fun. You know.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yes. I do remember that. And the game's so detailed that if you were to like if someone were to do free cam and slow it down, it would just be like every single particle of the feces would just rendered beautifully as it implodes. Yeah. that would absolutely.
I don't want that image in my head.
But the thing is, it's true. It's true.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go out of my way to do that.
No, absolutely not. But it's true because of how detailed every little thing in this game is. Interactions with wildlife, every other video game, games are pretty cool these days. Games are pretty realistic these days.
They are.
But this takes it to a whole new level. I'll never forget when I saw for the first time, I don't remember if I saw it in my game or if I'd seen someone post about it online, but if you shoot an animal in the world, the corpse degrades realistically in real time.
I was hunting for a moose and I was hunting for a perfect moose and I killed a 2-star moose up in the snow, and I kept like sleeping and coming back and putting down herbivore bait, and I saw it decompose to bone. It was it was cool. Not cool.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. It's pretty epic.
It's pretty sick.
Watching that animal. It's pretty radical. Watching an animal decompose. Totally rad.
But no, the main thing is it's just so technically impressive.
Yes, it is.
And every aspect of the game is, dude. It's one of those games where, every now and again, I don't know, every couple of months or whatever, when I run into some gameplay, I don't know where I see some random gameplay in a YouTube video or whatever, right? And I just see the game running again. This game that I spent almost 50 hours with back in the day, like seeing it again every single time, I'm blown away by how it looks still. It's sort of like I look at a little clip or something and I'm like, wait, that's a real video game? Oh, not only is it a real video game, but I played that game. Like,
yeah. It's just such a step up from other games at the moment. There's a couple possible competitors, but compared to everything else, it's insane. Oh, and going back to that realism thing, with the weight gain and the weight loss, which is what I experienced mainly.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. It's too extreme. Like, you got to eat, sleep to get perfect weight. And if you eat to only gain health back, you'll be constantly underweight, which I was.
Well,
all the time.
That speaks to what we were talking about with the game's mechanics and systems potentially not being for everyone.
Yeah. But it doesn't really impact it that harshly. It's just increases stamina or health respective of how you treat Arthur.
Well, that's the thing. It's all there. It's all deep. It's all thought out, and it literally it's all those mechanics that make the experience much more like a cowboy simulator. We're thinking about, like you're talking about, you literally have to eat food. You have to clean your guns. You have to, brush and feed your horses. You have to do all this sort of stuff, which sounds monotonous potentially, and is time consuming in the game, to be fair. But it never got to the extent where it felt like I was playing a survival game, It wasn't like, oh shit, dude, I haven't eaten in 15 minutes, I'm going to freaking die. Like, it was always
if starvation was the thing, it would,
Yeah, no, that would suck. Yeah, that would suck. I think they found, for me anyway, I think they found the right balance of including these, like, they might have even gone a little too far, but it never went overboard to the extent where I was just like, all right, dude, this just is a pain in the ass. Like, this just, why are we here doing this?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It was always, for me, pretty much just enough to be immersed in the world and impressed with the systems and to feel like I was connecting with the characters. And specifically, of course, Arthur as a character who we're playing as. Without being completely obnoxious,
It's not a chore. It's just
it's a feature.
It's a feature.
Yeah. And I think that's definitely the most contentious aspect of the game. I understand not liking that.
It's there if you want to immerse yourself even more. Like, give Arthur a 3-course meal, or if you just can't be bothered to feed them at all, you won't be punished. Like, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the important thing to highlight is that, like I said, it's not a survival game. You're not going to die because you don't do these things. You're not going to get game over. You're going to be at a disadvantage. The game encourages you to do these things, but it's not like you can't play it.
Like I said, if you're way underweight, you gain stamina. Stamina. So it's not a punishment. It's I don't really know how to describe it. Like
it's a feature.
A spectrum. Okay, yeah, a feature.
Just come back to that. It's a feature.
All right, I'll use the F word. Feature.
Nice.
Drop the F-bomb.
With all that in mind, okay, with those mechanics and sort of I want to transition from that a little bit into just the general gameplay, the shooting, the gunplay, the movement, all that sort of stuff. This is a broad question. Did you have fun playing the game minute to minute?
Yes, absolutely. I did. Although there were some sluggish scenes, like the boat poker mission. That's the one that comes to mind when it's a bit sluggish. But apart from that, yes, I did. It was a very enjoyable experience.
Speaking of, did you play the mini games actually, like the poker? And
I didn't at the
stuff?
start, and then I was like, I might as well give poker a go because I know I sort of know how to play it in real life. I never touched blackjack or dominoes was the other one, I think.
Yeah. I think those were the three.
Yeah,
was there
I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I think those are the three. But yeah, I did kill a lot of people after playing poker. I lost a lot of money. Oh, it's not that bad. But yeah. They don't give you your money back. They give you like 20 cents. So it's not really worth it to kill them.
Wait, so you literally killed them? Like in the game?
No, I metaphorically killed them. No, I definitely did.
Oh, yeah. That's an example of me using the word literally in the 2021 sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I guess that leads into, how'd you go with the honor system? Because in the game...
this is more of a spoilery thing, I think.
Okay, all right, no, that's fair. In the game, but it doesn't...
I was high honor. I was very high honor as Arthur. I was a deer during the entire game.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so in the game, for those who don't know, you've got the honor system. Basically, everything you do in the game, all your actions are accounted for with a little meter that sort of tells you if you're being a good or a bad dude, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it's everything from like big story decisions to literally just like being rude to someone.
If you shoot a guy. Oh yeah, okay. I was a bit more extreme, but fair enough.
Yeah.
If you kneecap a guy,
you can just be a dick, and it counts. Or you can make the biggest story decision.
You can greet people and get honor.
That's true.
Or you can antagonize people, start a fight, and lose honor.
Absolutely.
Or you can just shoot people. Whatever you want to do. It's a free country. You can gat people in the head or say hi. Whatever tickles your fancy.
Absolutely. It encompasses really the whole experience. But you're right. Thank you for pointing that out because I don't want to go too hard on the spoilery stuff. But sorry, I didn't want to deviate too much from the gameplay. Did you have fun with the shooting? Because this was something for me where I think it's the game's biggest weakness, and I enjoyed playing the game. I don't think it was unplayable by any means, but it's one of those things where, like, Deadeye's really fun. But it's sort of like, it's really only there to sort of disguise weird aiming, and I remember having to fiddle around with the controls and the dead zone settings and all that shit to get it to feel right. And I don't know if that's the sign of great.
On the auto aim, like I just like press the aim button, shot, let go, press the aim button, so it auto go. Because it's just so much more efficient, and I couldn't really be bothered to aim myself.
That's I'm so glad you said that, because that's exactly what I did too, and I actually forgot I did that, but I did. And I think that's the sign of, like, I was having fun, but I think, like, in terms of, like, I said I wasn't going to do this, but if I'm, analysing the game, being critical of it, of its systems, I think that's the sign of, like, objectively weak gunplay in your video game.
Yeah. I think, I wouldn't say it's weak. I think it's just, like, because the default auto aim is incredibly sticky. Like, you'd have. I don't really know. I don't think it's weak gun design per se. It's just the default auto aim is, like, if you don't bother to change it, it's
super
auto aiming.
Overpowered. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But so I guess in that sense, the question I'm raising is that if the settings are so extreme for the auto aim by default, then is it, like, which is obviously very deliberate, then is it sort of their attempt to disguise their own poor gunplay?
Yeah. I suppose.
That's sort of what I'm thinking,
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We'll just shoot Rockstar an email. I'm sure they'll respond.
Shoot Dan Hauser an email. He doesn't work there anymore. He'll respond to me personally. But no. So, but regardless of that, I think there are valid criticisms of the gameplay in that sense. Yes. Other ones are. Did you bring up earlier, like, little movement things and, like, trying to pick items up? Did you say that? Sorry, I can't remember.
Oh my! No, I didn't. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
When you're moving around a house, when you're moving around in an interior or a house, and all you want to do is
pick up a corpse.
Yes, or all you want to do is, like, dude, I just want to open that drawer right there and, like, 50 attempts.
Or it's like, I want to loot a corpse, but there's guns everywhere. There's a hat next to him, and it's not the prompt isn't showing up. Yeah, it's a little frustrating.
It lacks precision, I think.
It does, but I do like the little feature of, like, you press R1. This is PlayStation controllers.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
There's
like
no
the little
console.
R1. yeah, okay. Not even the Stadia? God damn.
Yeah, no, Stadia's close, but believe it or not.
No. The R1 to, like, not toggle, switch? Is that the right term? Sort of, I don't know, like, I have no idea what I'm trying to say.
What does it do again? Does it...
It like switches between objects you want to pick up. So, like, if you're
like lock on, you've got, like, onto them.
Sort of. It's like switching what you're locked onto. Like, like, if there's an option to pick up body or loot, and you press R1 above that, and it goes to the thing next to it, which is like, I don't know, pick up a bottle of moonshine. I don't know.
This is why this is called remembering Red Dead Redemption 2, because we're literally sitting here trying to remember
it. Yeah. Staying faithful by the title. Very nice.
Absolutely. Did you play... I think I don't know about you. I think I'm done being negative about the game, to be honest. I think that's literally every... Like, not because, be negative all you want. I'm just saying I feel like I've got nothing else negative to say about this video game. Did you play first or third person?
I occasionally played first person, like in combat. There was some sections which were a bit, like, I'd say, like, enclosed, which I went first person for. But that was only with, with a sawed-off shotgun. I didn't really do it with any other guns. But did you ever do the thing where you went into first person and then, like without a scope on the weapon, you press the down button on the D-pad and it went into the iron sights of the weapon. Did you ever do that?
No. What? What is this?
It's like if you use a revolver and you aim down sights in first person and then press down on the D-pad, it goes down the sights of the revolver instead of having the reticle. It's very cool to see someone's head blow off with it. Why am I so violent? Jesus.
Why did I get a psychopath to do this with me? Oh my god.
Yeah, high on a psychopath somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. I didn't even know you could do that. For me, first person was like I played the game third person 100%.
Yes,
like,
me too. Yes,
but first person, like I appreciate that it's there. You can play the entire game in first person if you want, and it's something like I enjoyed because like the game looks so good. It's really cool to sort of experience the world. Like it's sort of a cool novelty I found every once in a while to sort of remember first person existed and then go into it and like walk around for a second and go, oh shit, the game looks even more amazing in this way, and then backing out because you can play it way better the other way.
Yeah, I find horse riding in first person was a bit easier. Like especially in like Saint Denis, where it's very easy to run into people. There's some very suicidal NPCs in the game, like that jump off the street backwards in front of your horse. I gained many bounties for that.
Yeah,
that's all I had to say about that. First person riding.
But the horse riding in general, it's fun, you know.
Yeah, except when you're in a forest and
that's true.
Auto like. The horse tries to autocorrect, and then you fight against it, and then it aims for a tree, and then
you just go flying off.
Yeah, it was amusing for like the first 2 hours, and then it's like this is just annoying. Like I want to take a shortcut through the forest, but ultimately it's a long cut because I'm off my horse for 80% of it and on the ground. But yeah, apart from that, when you're in the like plains of like New Hanover, it's good. It's great. Fantastic.
There are so many. But sorry, you go for it.
Another thing I don't like is when you get off your horse and it auto deselects your guns. That's just very weird. Yes. I don't know why they decided to do that.
That's a great point. Yeah.
And what they automatically put your guns away on the horse. Like unless you've got it in your hand, it doesn't put it away. But if it's on your back, Arthur auto puts it away. I don't know why they decided to do that. But that's not what I was talking about how like your guns disappear when you get off your horse sometimes. It's just a very weird design choice. I don't know. It didn't happen so often that it was just constantly annoying. But
but I totally forgot, dude. It happens to everyone, doesn't it? When you freaking just ride your horse and go full pelt into a tree. Happens so many times. It's pretty fun.
Or a boulder.
Oh yeah, either of course. I was going to ask you about the horse. That's what it was. What kind of horse did you ride? I remember I rode. I think one of my horses tragically died at one point, which was very upsetting. And then I got a new horse, which I named Roach, I believe.
Very nice. I named my horse Horsemeat. It was as in dog meat.
Yes, you know? Very good. I like that.
No, I kept the first horse Arthur gets at the Adler Ranch at the start of the game. I kept that throughout the entire game.
Very impressive. Very good.
I did. It died once, but I quickly reloaded a save.
Yeah.
But I did get a white Arabian from next to Lake Isabella. I'm surprised I remember that.
Wow.
That one didn't last very long. And then Buell from that Stranger mission, which I stored in a stable, and then disappeared after a spoilery scene. So I'm not going to go into detail.
Whoa! Watch it, son.
Hey, it's not spoiled. That kind of insinuated what happens. I'm going to shut up now.
Well, I feel like we did a pretty good job covering the non-spoilery stuff. Is there... Oh, the only other thing, I guess, is that were there any? Oh, you already. Yeah, you sort of did it already by somehow remembering Lake Isabel. Like God. But were there any particular? The world is so diverse. Were there particular sections in the open world that you really dug? Because I know it's like the first area.
Strawberry. Easily.
Yeah.
West Elizabeth. Okay. Hell yeah.
That's of course sort of the more like, how would you describe it? Like foresty.
Not particularly far. I hated Lemoyne. I've got to say that. I hated the roads area. Saint Denis was the only good part of that region.
Okay.
Yes, I died many times to panthers, and then when I specifically went searching for them, they never appeared. So
of course.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a universal rule that happens when you're looking for something, never appears. Not looking for it, it's right in front of you.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. It's happens to everyone. Like running into trees and boulders and tall rocks. It's very common. But going back to the region, yes, Strawberry and West Elizabeth is. Wait, is that the same region?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right.
What's the region with like New Annesburg and Van Horn? That's Roanoke Ridge, I believe.
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm glad you can remember. I'm glad you can remember. I know where they are though. I know I can picture them.
Like top right, Strawberry's bottom-ish left. Yeah.
That top right area, that's sort of like that felt like a more jungly sort of vibe. I know it's not jungle, like you're in America, but like...
are we talking about like the Murphy Brood thing? Like that region?
What the hell is that?
With the incest hillbillies? The ones in the overall? Like Beaver Hollow?
Yes. I do remember that, yep. Yeah, that area. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of... It's more like thick woods, I'd say.
Sure, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
That's where most of the running into trees occurred, I believe. Yes, that is. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else regarding to location?
Oh, just you mentioned Saint Denis. Saint Denis is a sensational location. It's super detailed. When you go there for the first time, you go there like I would say
it's such
halfway through the game, and you know you've been playing the game for a long time already, and it still feels like a big event.
It feels claustrophobic. I can't speak. I'm going to give up on saying that. It's too late for this.
I won't say it for you.
Yeah. Okay. Say it, please. Claustrophobic. There we go. Yeah, because you've been in such wide open areas, like the region surrounding Valentine and Strawberry, and do you go to Roanoke Ridge before Saint Denis? I can't remember. But yeah, it is very enclosed compared to the other regions, which I think is good. It fulfills its purpose. That is definitely why Rockstar implemented it to make you feel like an outsider.
Absolutely.
Like how everyone's like, what clothes are you wearing? Like, why are you in this civilized city? Also, another thing I noticed was the trapper clothes. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the clothes you can craft.
Yes.
And how everyone says they're weird. And like, what in tarnation are you wearing, boy? Like something like that.
That's exactly what all the NPCs said. Like,
yeah, exactly. Because I crafted the Coyote Scout jacket, which is the best jacket in the game. I don't know if you remember that. You might have to look it up quickly. Which looks normal. It's the jacket John wears in Chapter 2.
Okay.
And everyone thinks it looks weird. Even John, even though he wore it. So, very strange. But yeah, I'd understand people calling you weird if you wore like the bear hat or the elk hat or whatever it is, the legendary bear hat.
Oh yeah, dude, that bear hat was something.
That was pure, unrefined raw drip. That bear hat.
Oh, it really wasn't at all. But yeah, oh my god, I forgot about all those outfits. But no, you're totally right about Saint Denis. It's totally the meeting of these two worlds. It totally works for the game.
It's
thematically as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. Yeah, how the old Wild West is coming to a close and to a close, not a clothes, to a close, and like the industrial age is rapidly incoming. Which Saint Denis represents literally. Like it's just so well done by Rockstar, I must say. We done on that note? Anything else?
I mean, I feel like I want to give a bit of context this week, which I've been doing as we go. But Saint Denis it's meant to be like it's the biggest. It's the city in the game. Like,
it's the city. Yeah,
it's the city.
Yeah. It's
And
not big per se. It's
no, but it feels big
small...
in comparison to everything else in the game. Of course.
Oh yeah, it's not tall either. It's not like a city. It's just a big town, I'd say.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. It's
a fancy town.
It's not what they built. When they built LA.
It's
for,
like
GTA.
It's like Blackwater from RDR1, Red Dead 1 on steroids.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get to say. Did I say my favorite area? Wait, or did I just?
No, you did not. No.
I think.
Is that your favorite area?
No, the areas. I think it's called the Heartlands surrounding Valentine.
Oh, just yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Just love that area. It's so open and the plains. I think it's the ride from Valentine to Emerald. I love that.
Yeah, I did that many times, stealing wagons. No, I didn't do that. I'm not admitting to a crime. Multiple crimes. I'm going to shut up.
Wow, he did a thing in Red Dead in a video game.
Yeah.
We'll go to spoilers. Will we?
What? No, just give a brief rundown of the main character name, what the story's about.
And then go into spoilers.
I think that's a natural, a smooth transition into spoiler territory.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to do it. I'll do that, but I'm going to add something in there. Okay.
Sure. Go for it.
In Red Dead Redemption 2, we're getting into the story. It's exciting. The best part of the game, no doubt. Red Dead Redemption 2, you play as Arthur Morgan, who's this man. Okay, he's a dude.
Really?
And what?
Really? He's a man?
Oh, you didn't realize?
No, I didn't.
Boy, you didn't realize he's like the manliest man ever. He's like the manliest man to ever could be conceived.
You're all right, boy. Yeah, he's a manly man.
You play as him, and basically the game follows him and the Van der Linde gang, who's run by the gang's leader is Dutch Van der Linde, of course, and you got your cast of characters. I'm not going to friggin' list them all, but they're all great. They're a great cast of characters, and they're basically the game's set in 1899, and the core background of the story is that you're dealing with an outlaw gang in a time when the day and age of outlaws is coming to an end. I think, isn't that literally what the opening crawl says? Like the opening text at the start?
Yes.
Which sets the scene beautifully.
I think you're missing the fact that they just committed a rather large heist in the town of Blackwater, which I previously mentioned, which went incredibly south. And they are being chased by the old-timey FBI, so they have to keep on the run.
That's right. They're on the run. Everyone's on the run in the game.
Yes.
So that's a good setup. And then, you got a great cast of characters and just seeing how it all
Dude, they are all
evolves.
very charismatic. You learn to love and hate some with a burning passion.
Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. Don't worry.
We will, yes.
But the game, I want to, before we go into spoilers with that intro, I just want to say that the game's really long. The story's really long.
It is, yes.
It's totally enthralling, and playing through the game to me is akin to experiencing one of the best entirety of a TV series all at once.
Yes, it is a playable TV series, basically.
Yes.
It does have chapters, which could be equated to seasons, I suppose, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, it sort of does follow a similar structure.
6 chapters, I believe, with an epilogue.
Yep.
So it's technically 7. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it sort of equates to a TV series in length too, which is funny. But
yeah, definitely.
But with the quality of the writing, the story, the acting, the cutscenes, the music, it's all just it's like
top
it's
notch.
like you say. It's exactly like you said. Playing the game is like is like experiencing one of the best TV shows ever made in one go. You
Yeah.
know?
It's like a Western Game of Thrones, a playable Western Game of Thrones.
Sure, and it's complete, and it's totally, outside of, you can then go and play Red Dead Redemption 1 too, but it's totally complete, And so with that in mind, right, I just wanted to, before we go into spoilers.
Yep.
We seem to be on a similar page, but where does this rank for you when you think about the best video game stories you've ever experienced?
Jesus. Pretty high, honestly.
Yeah.
In terms of gameplay, it's not that high, but in terms of story, it's I can't. Well, now that I'm on the spot, I can't really think of any other games that I thoroughly enjoyed in terms of narrative. No, I can't think of any. No, it's high. It's definitely top 3. I just can't think of the other 2 in my top 3.
I asked the question. You can ponder it for a little bit. Well, I asked the question because for me it's number 1, no doubt.
Yep.
Actually, oh shit, no, it is number 1.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us
Part 2?
The Last of Us 1 is I love The Last of Us Part 2 as well. It's definitely top 5. But The Last of Us 1 is second, I think.
God damn.
I think The Last of Us 1 is a better game overall. Just
narrative wise
as a game, complete.
Yes.
As a package.
Yes.
I think it's tighter. I think it's more accessible in a lot of ways. I think the gameplay is more refined, mainly.
Yes.
It goes back to those criticisms we've talked about. But but the story, just completely taking it of like, okay, let's quote unquote experience this video game by watching all the cutscenes on YouTube, right? Like looking at it through that angle.
Yes.
The Last of Us is incredible, no doubt. It's a 10 out of 10. But this is
no wonder they're making a TV series out of it. It's prime material.
Absolutely. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is like a 10.5 out of 10 in this regard, to me.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It like breaks all logic. It's crazy. Does that, and then, there are other great, I love God of War,
Definitely.
But God of War is one of those games where, like, I think God of War is an even better game than The Last of Us, but it's again down to the gameplay, down to the interactivity of it.
The thing is with The Last of Us and God of War is they are linear, right? So
sure,
compared to Red Dead Redemption 2, you can play Red Dead Redemption 2 however you want. You can get different endings. You can change the entire pace of the story. You can make it come to a screeching halt in order to collect cards.
Go and get your 3-star gooses.
Exactly. Or play poker until you lose all your money and then murder an entire town to get it back. So, it's comparing to apples to oranges. They're similar, but yes, we're talking about narrative, not exactly how the player approaches the narrative. So I apologize for interrupting you.
No, you're right. I totally understand that and agree. And I think those other games I probably prefer slightly because I do really enjoy a tight linear experience.
Yes.
But regardless of that, I stand by. I think this is the best video game story ever created. And I wanted to end the non-spoiler section on that as a means to encourage those who maybe haven't played it to go and play it. You know what I mean? And then I think that's a good, strong note to end this section.
If you haven't played it, what are you doing?
What? I mean, people do have, lives with
social lives. Yeah, fair
45 hours is a lot of time, but that's why we're here.
Couple of DualSenseless, liveless.
Yes, that's good.
Lifeless. I'm proud of myself for that. Not of the fact that I don't have a life, But just play it. What are you doing? Just play it. Do yourself a favor and play it.
Why should anyone listen to you, though? Right?
Fair enough. Good point.
No, you don't. You're not meant to concede that. No. You got to fight me.
No, I don't know. You're the YouTuber here. You have the gaming channel. I'm a nobody. I'm a person that has played Red Dead Redemption 2 for the past 3 years. I know nothing. All right, you're the professional one. You have a YouTube channel. There's no point in me fighting.
Sure. All right.
You cover games, not as a living, as a pastime.
Definitely not as a living. Games. I wish.
No. It'd be nice. Is that the ultimate goal? To make a couple buckaroos off the old YouTubes?
Not really, to be honest.
No?
No.
Fair enough.
I mean, maybe at one time.
It's a very stressful job, from what I've heard. Yeah. Okay. Back on topic.
Shit.
Buy the game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. If you don't want to take a nobody's word for it, take mine. All right. I'm a huge celebrity. Yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
Red Dead Redemption
I'm sure it's on
2.
sale. I'm sure it's on sale everywhere.
I was just about to say that. No shit. I saw it today. I saw the standard edition. I think for. Oh shit! Now I think it was $20.
That's literally stealing. That could be a convictable crime.
That is like a worse robbery than is committed in the game.
I'm pretty sure that was banned by the Geneva Convention, but whatever.
I think so too. I think that's right. All right. Play it. Play it.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna spoil it. Now we're gonna spoil it.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna spoil it right now. Okay. We are
you gonna put a spoiler warning on screen with alarms flashing, Comic Sans.
That sounds like that sounds like a lot of work, to be honest with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. So probably
don't want to impose too much on you. Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate
that. Spoiler warning.
Daniel,
so get out of here if you have to play.
We're now spoiling the game.
We are.
Okay. I want you to just spoil it.
Would you like me to tell you the thumbnail I saw and the title?
That's a perfect way to do it. Yes. Do
okay. It's the sunset or sunrise where Arthur's like dead, dying.
Sunrise.
In the good honor ending. Sunrise, yes. Where he's lying there and it's like a over the shoulder shot and the title is literally Arthur's death in parentheses spoilers.
That sucks.
But the horse I used the most because like I said, I blitzed through the campaign. And then in the epilogue, playing as John, that's where I spent most of like I think I might have 200 hours. I don't know how to check on PlayStation.
Whoa.
What?
200 hours?
Yeah, easily.
That's a lot of time. Wow, nice.
Yeah, that is. I just went on a tangent saying I don't have a life. So it's
why am I surprised? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. The horse I spent most of the time with was a silver Turcoman, however you say that. I got from Tumbleweed, named Quinton. Quinton Mark II, actually, the first one got hit by a train. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Too slow in the reload there. Well, not really. I just didn't have a save to reload to. Okay. It's fine. Yeah.
It sounds like you're not. It sounds like you're not over it, to be honest.
Yeah, for a virtual horse. Goddamn. Man was. No, I don't know what I'm saying. What do you want to say? That we get like a free like DLC length epilogue, just tacked onto the end.
That's a great way to put it. So, dude, just starting with the main game itself. I want to get to the epilogue for sure, but
sure.
Your main character dies, which I mean, I guess shouldn't.
They couldn't do it any other way, really. With zero mention in the first game.
Yeah, but
like
that's true.
Going from the second game into the first, there's little details that you could in your head, like headcanon, say they're talking about Arthur there. Like they didn't mention the name specifically, but you can sort of infer that they could be talking about Arthur. Another thing, which like the intricacies I was talking about way earlier, was like you get character development for the people you kill in Red Dead Redemption 1, which I think is fantastic.
Sure. Yeah.
Because in Red Dead Redemption 1, you're told, not shown the backstory, and pardon me, in Red Dead Redemption 2, you're shown and not told. Going from Red Dead 2 to Red Dead 1 is a very great idea, I think. I'm just going off the rails. God, Jesus.
No, that's a great point. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you couldn't say that in the non-spoiler section because you just said you kill those people in Red Dead 1, but you do. You totally do.
Fair point.
All your crewmates, all your gang members are the antagonists
you hunt down
in Red Dead 1.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
to
really
save your family. Yeah.
But this isn't a Red Dead 1.
No, it's discussion. Not. Okay.
Back
on track.
Come on,
Back
man.
On track.
No, but the moment where Arthur dies, I mean, let's start off the biggest spoiler. It's beautiful, man. It's a terrific.
Yeah.
It's so
about that honor thing as well. Throughout the main game, I was high on Arthur. I was so close to saying I got the grave with all the flowers on it, but I cut myself off short. Luckily, in the non-spoiler section. Yeah,
good.
I saved it. Lucky I shut myself up. But in the epilogue, I was high on John for a bit, and I was like, "There's nothing to lose," so I just went full low on it. Like the bar is at the minimum honor you can get.
Oh no! Oh, poor John.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing to lose, so I've that's where I played poker the most and killed a lot of people that won. Well, don't have a guilty conscience.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Is there? So, I mean, there are a handful of huge moments that stick out to me in the game throughout the story. You know.
Yes.
And obviously, we're not even slightly attempting to do justice to the story here.
No.
We just want to have a chat about it. You know, like there's the Braithwaite Manor scene.
To save Jack, right? I don't think they actually save Jack. Do they? No, he goes to Angelo Bronte. But yes,
that's right. But the scene where they burn the mansion,
very, very cinematic. It's fantastic. The cinematography is insane.
How shocked were you when you ended up going to Guarma for a chapter?
A fully rendered, different map that you can't go back to. It's insane. It's, yeah.
But when that happened, were you like, what the hell is going on? Because that's what I was like. I was like, where the hell am I? Like, what is this?
Scene. Like maybe a cutscene with quick time events at best, but nope. An entire story chapter in a setting that is playable for like 10 hours. Less than. I don't really know. But it's still insane.
Yeah.
It's God. I don't know.
No, it's insane. There are so many. Games constantly engaging and surprising. Like
it is.
You end up going to another country, you know.
Yeah. Plus the fact that they even put the detail in to make your character or Arthur sunburnt the entire time.
Oh,
I think that's insane. Honestly,
that's funny you pointed that.
Plus, we didn't even mention the hair growth feature.
No.
Oh, and the big... Hang on. No, I'm just going everywhere. I'll get there in the end. Story, big spectacles, Guarma. Okay, back on track.
No, we don't have to break it. It is cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
We don't have to break down Guarma, but I wanted to ask you, there's a few options. What is the standout moment in the story? Is it one we've mentioned already or not for you?
It's the scene towards the end where Arthur realizes, or he's realized he's dying for a while, but where he talks to the nun. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And he says, "I'm afraid." God, it's not an action sequence. It's not gameplay. It's just the cutscene. But
it's not a set piece.
It's so well delivered. It's my favorite scene in the game. It's fantastic.
It's a great shout.
I don't know why it's my favorite. It's so simple.
Well acted. It's so well acted.
Yes, exactly. Goddamn, Roger Clark.
My man. As Arthur Morgan is sensational. And then dude, the whole cast, dude, friggin' who's the guy who plays Dutch? Benjamin someone? What's his name?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember either. But Dutch is such a terrific character. He is a sensational protagonist. I said protagonist. He's an antagonist for sure. He's an antagonist.
The slow. Oh, but Micah, Jesus. I can't remember Micah's voice actor either. All I remember is Rob Weinhoff, I think, is the dude that plays John Marston, and Roger Clark.
Yeah.
Not Roger Clark. Roger. I was thinking Roger.
It's Roger
Yeah,
Clark.
no. Why am I thinking Roger Craig Smith? That's a completely different person.
No, isn't that Sonic?
Maybe I know him as Batman from Batman Arkham Origins.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know how we did this. I don't know how we got it right.
Okay, changing subject.
You got it, Roger Clark.
Yeah,
He's great. He's terrific.
Roger Clark. Yeah.
So that's your favourite scene. What about? Come on,
Yes.
like, dude. Chapter 6 has so many bangers. When the hot air balloon, the when you break John out of prison, like those missions are awesome.
Yeah.
It's just the game keeps on giving, and then of course when you get to the epilogue, after that's the thing.
Oh,
when
the
you
house
said
building, the house building,
building. Absolutely, that was a lot of fun. God. But the thing about the epilogue, you were totally right, is that it feels like a huge expansion.
It does.
That is just at the end of the game, free of charge. It's just there, like and not only is it just there, like, oh, it's cool, more content or whatever. They have the entire Red Dead Redemption 1 map there as well, and the story continues, and it's even more satisfying than the friggin' like Arthur's ending of the game was.
Yeah. The fact that the original map of Red Dead 1 is so small compared to the map of Red Dead Redemption 2, and it still is in there, perfectly finely rendered and even more detailed, is insane. God, this game really pushed the PS4 to its limits. Sounded like my PS4 was taking off the entire time.
Well, that's the thing, is that, do you have a base PS4 or a Pro, or what do you have?
A Slim. I have a Slim.
Okay,
my original base one was stolen in like 2016.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I got an upgrade. It's fine. Insurance, man. It's fantastic.
That's great. That's great. I've the base PS4, and dude, like, I was constantly, and I still am, like, I've still honestly, like, I've got no idea how the game ran on that thing, and it ran great.
No idea.
And it ran great. Like, it didn't, it wasn't
no
60,
frame
it wasn't
drops.
60 frames, but it ran smooth.
It was consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really a technical achievement. We can say that a million times over, but it's so true. It's so true. Well, is John your favorite character then? I guess.
It's a toss-up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. I like both of them. But what did you think about the decision by Rockstar to make John literally Arthur's model, keep his hair, and change his face model to just be Arthur? Did you do you know what I'm talking about?
Is that true?
Like how? Yeah. John's facial structure and hair is completely different to his pre-epilogue counterpart. It's literally Arthur, just with a John face and black hair.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
And everyone's been criticizing Rockstar because they've been adding stuff to Red Dead Online and haven't bothered to patch in John's proper look, which I'm kind of fine with. I don't mind. It's not that big of a deal.
I didn't notice at all. So
Didn't notice? No.
No.
Well, I guess you don't really grow his hair out that much during the epilogue. It's only like once you've finished the story.
That's an interesting tidbit.
Yeah, it's just, I don't want to say lazy because Rockstar did so much on this game.
Oh yeah.
It's just an oversight, I guess.
That's weird. I never knew that.
Yeah, look it up. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah. So we haven't even, so many other moments. There are so many moments, but the music and the soundtrack is unbelievable.
It's the song that plays when is it? Like Arthur's last ride, I believe it is. Not the actual song, but like the scene.
The scene, the song that plays is that's the way it is.
Yes,
I don't know if that's the exact title, but you know the song, yeah. It's sensational. The music, it's so well crafted to have these moments stick out to you, and the music just fits. And it's one of those. I think it's the only game where I've played where they use licensed songs. Like these are real songs that they include in the game. You know,
this is the only game you've played with that.
No. I mean, sorry, I didn't finish the thought. In terms of including them as pivotal story moments.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Not just like, playing in the background or some shit. Like, it's really an interesting
To
choice
fit
that
with the narrative at the time.
and it works perfectly. It works perfectly.
Yeah.
The main one that's a great one. John has a couple too, I think, but the main one that sticks out
The
to
house
me,
building theme specifically is amazing.
I wasn't going to say that, but the one when you're as Arthur and you come back from Guarma and it's Unshaken.
Yeah.
And you just take that long horse ride as the song just freaking goes, man. It just goes, and it's like it's such a cinematic. Like, this is, you're experiencing S tier video games right now.
Yeah,
as this is happening.
The slow, like you're noticing Dutch's change, like alongside Arthur at the exact same time, like how Mike is corrupting him. It's so well done. It's
absolutely. And those character arcs are so terrific.
Yeah. Like, because at the start of the game, you don't really know who Micah is. And you're like, this is just another dude in the gang. It doesn't really matter. And then as the game goes on, it's like, is it weird that I kind of hate this guy? And then at the end, you're like, no, it's not. Everyone does.
Yeah,
it's
everyone.
Cool.
Literally everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so true. But speaking of hating Micah, the only thing that we'd be remiss not to talk about in spoilers is the actual, like, believe it or not, we talked about so many story moments, so many endings, and just fangirled over them all. But we actually haven't talked about the ending. The ending.
American Venom. Yeah.
Yes, American Venom, dude. What a song. But that whole mission where you're storming up the mountain and American Venom's going. But even beyond that, just that last cutscene on top of the mountain. It's really great.
Yeah. Did you go back to pick up Micah's revolver?
No. What? You can do that?
No. You can go back up and you can find Micah's revolver, which is like a dual action revolver, and it's got like a red skull on the grip. And on the barrel, it's engraved, or like literally like chiseled out of the metal. It says "Vengeance shall be mine." It's pretty cool.
That's neat.
It's a cool revolver. Yeah,
that's a really cool detail.
Yeah,
but I can't be honest. I can't stand touching anything that guy touched. You know.
Yeah.
That goddamn weasel.
I believe the term you're looking for is a damn rat. Yeah.
But the cutscene up there is so great because it's exactly it's so satisfying giving the player, like, obviously that moment where they get to
Deadeye.
Yeah, and they give you they come out of a cutscene and let you shoot him, which is terrific.
Did you shoot him in the balls? Because I did. I dead-eyed. Like, I think I just used John's revolver, which had 6 bullets. I dead-eyed 6 shots directly in the nuggets.
That's really funny.
In the little rats.
No, I think I took a piece of his head off. Like, I think literally.
Oh, charming. Yeah, charming.
I think literally had a chunk out of his head, I think.
Nice.
Which is epic. Awesome. But the thing that's so great about that is, of course, where John gets his... After everything all the characters have gone through, Arthur went through, and John storms up there and kills Micah, which is great. Of course, it doesn't really turn out well for John at all, because he then gets hunted by the FBI as a result. But it's cool in the moment. But the thing that's also just beyond the standard, he gets his revenge moment, is Dutch is there. And who you hadn't seen in years. And he's standing there because there's a big time jump. And he, like... He shoots Micah first, right? That's what he does?
Yeah. Yeah, he realizes what he's done. Or he finally comes to terms with, like, I screwed up. Like, I shouldn't have turned my back. And then he turns his gun from John to Micah and shoots him in the stomach. I think. And then John finishes him off.
Yes, and that's a great little... It's such a surprising moment. I was not expecting him to walk out there at all. And when he was there, it's such a surprising moment. And it's such a cool little detail that adds dimension to not only the character, but the story. When you think... This game followed Dutch's decline and descent into madness and complete, what's the word? Idiocy? I'm turning it to you. Why?
Stutters.
Into complete moronity?
But,
He's a dickwad, is my point.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
turns into a dickwad.
I believe that is the Latin derivative term. Yeah.
I believe so too. So it's really neat. And then, he's in the first game too.
Yes.
Set later. But it's this great little moment where it's like the game follows his decline, but even though we know he's very much still an asshole, this isn't a redeeming moment for him necessarily.
No, it's
I think we're on the same page where it's just it's a little wrinkle to the character. It's an acknowledgement of what he's done. It feels very authentic, very real. And then he just walks away, It's like, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to, come and admit I was wrong or anything, but this guy was a tosser and I just shot him and see you later.
Yeah. He's like, I did this for Arthur, and then walks off. Like, not he doesn't outright say it, but it's sort of,
it feels like that.
It's like, yeah, I acknowledged my failure, but I'm not going to apologize. I did what I had to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One last thing. In the last mission, you wear Arthur's hat, correct? You do. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
Did you get it shot off, and did you go pick it up? Do you remember that?
I don't remember at all. I would assume not.
No, I got mine shot off by some random. I beat the ever-loving Crapola out of Crayola or whatever it's.
God damn it!
Yeah, I beat him to a living pulp and then went to pick the hat back up. I don't know. It's just like a testament to the how enthralled you are in the story. Like in any other game, it's like, oh crap, the other character's hat got knocked off. Whatever. Yeah. But it's like this has meaning behind it, and you just took it off. So I'm gonna bring the wrath of God down on your skull.
No, that's a great little tidbit. I appreciate you bringing the little knowledge wrinkles. Yeah.
It's just the little things, man. No problem.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know how to end this. Really, do you want to? I don't know. Do you give scores? Would you give it a score
out of 10?
I guess this is all about remembering. Well, this is all about. You can do whatever one of those you like, but this is all about remembering. So you got to give your memory of the game.
Let's give a combined DualSenseless opinion.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
So let's say out of 10, what would you give it? Would you give it a 10.5?
I'd give this game as a video game. I'd give this game a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Yeah, I'd give it a. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna meet you at 9. I think that's the DualSenseless approved rating of Red Dead Redemption 2. If the gameplay was a bit more refined and buttery smooth, 10, easy. But yeah, 9 is suitable, I'd say.
With a 10.5 out of 10 story.
Yes, it was. Yes, that's what you said. It was 10.5. Yes.
It's like
I agree.
The game's basically the best 9 out of 10 I could ever give. You know what I mean? It's not. I can't.
It's not like it's an 8.9, but I kind of feel bad. I'll give it a 9. No, it is a solid 9.
It is
9.1 even.
Wow, huge.
Yeah, decimals matter.
I didn't really expect to give it a score, but I mean, why not? Whatever.
9 out of 10. You know, it's a numerical way of displaying how we feel about the game. It's succinct and it works.
Absolutely,
I think.
And I think our sentiment of just play the game, experience the story if you haven't. And I think it's a story. I think about this for a few games, but I think it's a story that if you're someone, I assume if you're listening to this, you play games, but if you know people who don't play games, I think this is a story that's worth watching all the cutscenes on YouTube. I think there's a few games that are like that.
Yeah.
And I think that this is one of them for sure, where you can load up a YouTube video and have people in your life who don't play games sort of watch it like a TV series. I think that's totally valid.
That would be awesome, actually. Putting up the TV, going on.
I think that's a totally valid way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Although there'd be if it's specifically cutscenes, there might be a severe lack of action, but it's fine. It's the gripping narrative.
I feel like it's heresy at the end of this video game podcast show thing to say, just don't play it, just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's a suggestion.
Everyone knows
Not
what
a-
I mean.
Yes. It's on the level of a highly produced, well written, well beloved HBO series. It is the Game of Thrones of video games. That doesn't end badly.
I couldn't have said it. Oh, okay. I couldn't have said it any better myself. I couldn't have said it. Oh, we're not going to do that. We're not going to get into Game of Thrones.
Nope.
I couldn't have said that any better myself. I think that's totally accurate.